Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to our third Reader's Workshop, the Quarantine Edition, brought to you by me, Mrs. Alegria. We are going to be taking a look at the next step for Reader's Workshop, and so this includes realizing our Reader's Workshop timeline and schedule. So this is just a refresher for those of you who've been doing it. Awesome job. Set up right now, get it taken care of. I'm going to be having this meeting with you for the next 5 to 10 minutes, and then you get independent reading time with wrap up afterwards. These are all of the things that you need to get ready. We went over it last week, but you don't need much. I hope you have that amazing book you're reading. Also, I will include this in our materials for today's Reader's Workshop, but stop and jots are still very important, and you should be doing them throughout Reader's Workshops. Anytime you're doing them, stop and jots are a great way. Whether you have Post-it notes or not, you could do stop and jots inside of a reader's notebook. You can also do them on a separate sheet of paper, fold it up, and keep it inside of your book if you do not have Post-it notes. But we're going to talk about the life cycle of sticky notes or our stop and jots. And so take a look here, the life cycle of a sticky note. First, I get jotted on. You're writing down one of your ideas. Next, more stickies join me in the book. You're collecting more and more stop and jots. Then, when we get pulled together, the big ideas are noticed. And finally, the biggest and best ideas are written independently in our reader's notebook. So that's the point of writing stop and jots. It's not just to fill your book up with sticky notes. It's actually to collect small ideas to make big ones. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Stop and jots capture. They capture ideas. And with or without Post-it notes, you could still do stop and jots. Small ideas, little bits of evidence that you collect, like things that are surprising or things that may seem important, can grow into amazing themes or character analysis. So with my book, The Shark Lady, you could take a look over here. Some of my small ideas from before were that she liked bugs and snakes. She loved visiting the local aquarium, started her own fish tank, and then eventually became a small zoo in her house. I thought that was all very surprising. But then I realized all of this evidence together makes a big idea. Eugenie loves nature. She's an animal lover. She's passionate about what she does. No wonder she became the Shark Lady. Let's keep looking. With Old Yeller, some of the small ideas about Old Yeller, he ate all of the meat. He ran away from the angry bull, but then he protected Arliss, and then he helped with the squirrel game. So the big idea for me was, Old Yeller might have started off as a bad dog, but it turns out that he's pretty good, and I predict that he's going to keep proving himself to be quite a good dog, especially since there's a whole book written about him. The small ideas for Tuck Everlasting. When he was walking out, talking with toads, and then saw Tuck drinking from the spring, we can assume, Winnie doesn't have a very exciting life, and she has to deal with the idea of drinking from the spring, and does she really want to live forever? So now it's your turn. Keep enjoying your book, and then after your reading time, 2 things that you must complete. One is to fill out the Google form that is included below in the materials. Then take a picture of the new stop and jots that you made for this week. Initial them and post them to Google Classroom. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a lovely Reader's Workshop today.